and welcome back to Influence, a show all about the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. I'm your host, Lacey Gordon. Here with me today is two special students in our college, and the first one being Miss Livy Logan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Well, let's start out with you telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you're majoring in.
So I'm a freshman here in an animal and dairy science major focusing on business and industry. I'm originally from Woolbury, Tennessee, which is a little town right outside of Lynchburg.
Okay, so what do you want to do with your major, and what made you want to major in that?
Yes, so I've always had a passion on the dairy side, and so through high school I did a lot of 4-H and FFA, and that's kind of where I found my focus within mainly the dairy industry.
Right.
So after I graduate here, I plan on working for Dairy Farmers of America and doing dairy nutrition or dairy sales.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, you're in a great position already too, because you're working at our Memphis sales store. So how's that been?
So it's been such a blessing in disguise. Coming in as a freshman, I knew that I wanted to get a job somewhere, and so I kind of emailed them and reached out. Coming in the middle of the holiday season has been crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that the Memphis cheese was such a big deal.
It's famous around here. It is famous around here.
But I'm learning so much, and it's really given me an insight to know this is exactly what I wanted to do.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you just wanted to find a job like that, so you just emailed them and put yourself out there?
Yes, I had applied for several different places, and I was like, okay, I don't want to work on the dairy right now because I live in a dorm, so that's probably not the best idea. And so I just kind of emailed the website, and I was like, hey, my name's Livy.
Yeah.
Do you have any availability? And so then they emailed me back and they were like, yeah, we do actually. And I was like, okay, let's roll with this.
Yeah. Well, and that's wonderful too, because you're a perfect fit with your major and you're obviously wonderful. So that's wonderful, and I know they're glad to have you. What's your favorite product from the sales store?
My favorite product from the sales store would probably be the chocolate milk or the triple chocolate chip chocolate ice cream.
Oh yeah. Have you got, I know we have 2 new ice cream flavors. Have you got to sample them yet?
I have not gotten to sample them. I will be at the dairy plant when they first make them.
I'm so excited about them.
Yes.
So switching gears a little bit, you are an out-of-state student, and this has been your first semester at Mississippi State.
Yes, sir.
How has the transition been coming from out of state, and how has just the transition been for being a freshman as a whole?
Yes, sir. I was very nervous coming from out of state. I'm the only person from my high school here, so walking in I knew absolutely nobody, but I kind of just used that for an opportunity to meet new people, and so I've kind of really just put myself out there. I've joined all kinds of clubs and just kind of trying to get as much as involved and much as plugged in as I can.
Yeah. That's wonderful. It sounds like you're really taking advantage of the freshman experience, which I just love. So what are some of the groups that you're a part of?
So I'm in the MSU Collegiate Cattlemen's Association. I'm also a part of the MSU Livestock Judging Club. I want to be on the livestock judging team next year, so that's kind of got my foot in the door with that. I'm also a part of the PL College. I do a lot of, my faith is very strong, so I'm a part of that, and the First Baptist as well.
Yeah, wonderful. So have you gotten to see Livestock Judging has a new facility? Have you gotten to see it?
So I was here actually over the summer for their camp. I got really close with Alex. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. It's because I outreached to her, and so we went out there this summer and got to look at it.
It's really, really nice.
Yes, I'm super excited to go out there now that it's finished.
Right, and I'm excited that our students get to have a space like that to benefit from.
Yes.
What advice would you give students that were maybe coming from out of state, that maybe didn't know people and that were just a little bit nervous about it, or what advice would you give to students like that?
I would just say, don't be afraid to try new things. There's so many freshmen here, there's so many new people. You're not the only one.
Right.
Everybody's trying to find their group of people, so it's okay to walk up to a random table and have a conversation.
Right.
It's okay to feel alone for a little while, because you're walking in not knowing anybody, not knowing anybody from Mississippi in general.
Right.
So just being able to walk in also with an open mind and just be willing to learn.
Yeah. So you said nobody from your high school came here. Has it been a fun experience getting to meet new people and stuff? What's that kind of been like?
So I consider myself a very outgoing person, and I can make friends with anybody.
Yeah.
So it's been fun for me just because you know, nobody knows who I am.
Right.
So I get to make that first impression. I get to walk into a room and, you know,
Right.
find friends. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I have people that I already knew that I could just be friends with. It kind of
Right.
forces me to get outside of my comfort zone and to make those new friends and to build those new relationships.
Yeah. So what you said you were part of the livestock judging club and all that. What is there a specific part of that that's your favorite or what?
So probably my favorite would obviously be the livestock judging side of it. I judged livestock all through high school. I did it all 4 years. So I knew that that was something that I wanted to do
Right.
collegiately.
Yeah.
So I've really gotten plugged in with the judging team that just
Right.
finished up this year.
That's
and,
really cool.
So I've grown with them and I hope to
Right.
be on the team next year.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful, and we're so glad you're thriving as a freshman. And if you want to see Libby soon, you should go see her at the Maphis Sales Store and get some good goodies before the holidays. Thanks for coming on, Libby.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Think you know ag? Think again.
We are creative.
We protect the environment.
We prepare for careers in medicine and conduct research.
We empower people and communities.
We are technology driven.
And we feed and clothe the world. We are the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences at Mississippi State University.
We're back with a very special student, a Presidential Endowed Scholar, and many other honors, Miss Claire Green. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Good, good. Well, we're glad to have you. Let's just start with you telling us where you're from, what you're majoring in, a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm a senior biochemistry major with concentration in entomology, originally from North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, gotcha. Another out-of-state student.
Yep.
How has that been coming from out of state? Did you always want to go to Mississippi State, or what was that like?
No, I really became aware of Mississippi State my senior year of high school. And I have to say the Presidential Scholarship was definitely a big pull for
Right.
Mississippi State.
Right.
And I was also able to connect with some bee researchers here at Mississippi State at a conference I presented in high school. And so those connections really drew me here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So along with being a Presidential Endowed Scholar, you've gotten a few other big awards lately, or big honors lately. So tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah, so this past semester I was recently named a Truman Scholar as well as a Udall Scholar. So the Truman is for public service and the Udall is for the environment and environmental policy. And then I was also recently a Rhodes finalist.
Yeah, that's wonderful. What does it mean? Because those are national, national things. What does it mean? I know for Mississippi State, it's a really cool thing for us to have students named in those. So what does it mean to you to be at Mississippi State and getting these national honors?
Yeah, it's definitely an honor to represent Mississippi State, and I definitely would not have any of those honors without the really amazing opportunities I've had to get engaged on campus and in the Starkville community.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, we're super proud of you and glad you represent Mississippi State so well, so we really appreciate that. Switching gears a little bit, tell us a little bit about your major and what you want to do with that after once you graduate.
Yeah, so I actually became a biochemistry major because I wanted to do the entomology concentration.
Yeah.
And biochemistry is one of the few majors that offers that concentration. So I knew I was interested in honeybees and research, and that interest has kind of expanded into the intersection of veterinary medicine and research.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in either pursuing a master's or going to vet school directly to learn kind of about that medical side of things
Right.
and how we can have interaction between that veterinary medicine field and the field of scientific research.
Yeah, that's really, really cool how you have options and how you kind of get to think about that. But
Yeah.
so you've mentioned you've been doing some research, and did that interest start in high school and then you just got to carry it on to college?
Yeah, so I went to the Arkansas School for Math, Science, and the Arts. So if people in Mississippi are familiar with MSMS,
Right.
it's the Arkansas version
Okay.
of that. And so I was able to do some research with bees in high school, and I knew that that was something I was really passionate
Right.
about continuing. And so I was able to line up a research opportunity before I even set foot here on campus at Mississippi State. And I'm really, really grateful for Mississippi State's focus on undergraduate research and letting undergraduates actually like design and really deeply engage
Right.
with projects.
Right. So what has your specific research been in?
Yeah, so I work with bee nutrition and specifically with pollen. So we take
Oh, yeah.
pollen collected from beehives and identify what plant species it comes from and also the various micro and macronutrients present in that pollen.
What's been the most interesting thing that you found along with that, or along with your research?
I've definitely learned a lot about plants that I did not
Yeah,
know before.
right,
I'm very
right.
much like an insect person and not a
Yeah.
plant person. So I've learned a lot of different plant names, and I've honestly been shocked to see what blooms in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting. So you have really thrived on all the opportunities that Mississippi State has given you. What advice would you give to students that are coming to Mississippi State or maybe aren't sure where they want to go, but would you advise them to look at Mississippi State as an option, or, how would you sell Mississippi State to some of the students?
Yeah, I really love one of the old honors college slogans, which is do all the things.
Yeah.
I think it very much summarizes my college experience, and Mississippi State has so many very wonderful and very different experiences. So for example, I'm on 2 competitive teams. One of them is the speech and debate team,
Oh, yeah.
and one of them is the equestrian team.
Yeah.
And they could not be more different
opposite,
from
right.
each other. But it's really wonderful to have a university that supports programs that are so different from each
Right.
other. So you can really engage in a variety of things and learn
Right.
different skills. So I think it's really important to not only get involved, but get involved in things that are in different spheres and will teach you different lessons.
Because the experience will be wonderful to have in the future. What's one of your favorite parts of being on the equestrian team and the debate team?
Yeah, so I absolutely love South Farm. It is beautiful.
Beautiful.
I think when I'm out lessoning and practicing for the team, it's really this moment where I find a lot of peace in my
Right,
week.
right.
So that's definitely one of my favorite parts about that. And then as far as debate goes, I think it's just taught me a lot of really useful life
Right.
skills, a lot of applicable things in like interviews
Right.
and conversations that
Yeah.
you have with important people that you learn from debate.
Yeah, that's really neat. Well, we're so thankful you're at Mississippi State and glad you've been getting all these honors, and congratulations again on
you.
that. And thank you so much for joining us on Influence
course.
today. We'll see you next time on Influence.